Hi beautiful, and welcome back to the channel. Today is actually the day before I'm going to be tracking my calories for the next 3 days. Then I'll tell you why in just a second, but I want to show you how I set myself up for success so that tracking doesn't feel stressful. I'm going to be tracking for 3 days. I am increasing my meals to 5 smaller meals, prioritizing protein and fiber, and trying to hit calories between 1900 to 2100 calories in each day. Hi, Phoebe. So I wanted to sit down and chat with you guys really quick because I don't know about you, but tracking my food is it's just stressful for me. I have a daughter, so trying to make breakfast and then track the calories and, I ate a snack, and then trying to remember to input what I ate for the snack and all of that stuff. It can get really stressful for me to track on the day that I'm actually doing it, just because I feel like I forget stuff and then I have calories that are not accounted for. And honestly, I grew up in that time where my Fitness Pal was like the thing, 1250 calories, and 1250 calories just is not enough just in general. But I would get close to my calorie allotment for the day and then I would stop eating because I was so afraid of going over those calories. And I grew up in the time it's like, well, just don't eat. So we're not doing that. So what I'm doing differently this time around for this healthy, sustainable weight loss journey that I'm going on in 2026, I am meal planning all of my meals. I've got 3 breakfasts of overnight oats. They're my high protein, high fiber overnight oats. If you guys want those recipes, I will list that video here and in the description box down below. It's got 4 different recipes that are so good, but I'm gonna be sticking to just the vanilla blueberry one, mostly because it's easy. It's just so easy. It's so delicious and I look forward to it. So just keep it simple. Instead of doing a different overnight oat every single day, I'm just gonna stick to the one 3 days in a row. I already have some chicken patties that I've meal prepped, so I'm gonna use my chicken patties as a snack because they're high protein and have fiber in them, because I include sweet potato and zucchini in them. And then I've got Cuban picadillo, which I meal prepped earlier this week. I've got 3 left in my freezer, so that's perfect. I've got 3 lunches for the week that are gonna be exactly the same. And then I'm gonna meal prep some hard-boiled eggs so that I just have a high protein snack in the middle of the day before dinner. And then I'm gonna log all of this stuff into Chronometer to see where my calories are, see where my protein and my fat and my fibers are, so that I know what I need to aim for dinners, because we typically, the day of, we pick what we want to eat for dinner. That's just what works for us and our family. And so I'm gonna take some time today and I'm gonna log all of my food into Chronometer, then play with some different ideas of what we could be doing for dinner. But that also gives me a really good goal for what dinner should look like. I'm also trying to really spread out my protein because I need to be hitting like 150 grams of protein in the day in order to hit my calories. We're trying to hit the calories because right now I'm sitting at about 1650 just normally, and I'm getting about 100 grams of protein. And so my doctor wants to increase my calories and she wants me to do that through adding more protein. Yeah, so just being very intentional this time around, really trying to support my body. But I did just really quickly want to share with you this part of it because I think that this is really beneficial, but also just this idea of tracking ahead of time and meal prepping food. I don't know about you, but I'm a busy mom, and sometimes meal prepping is like, why do I want to meal prep food? It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my day. I don't want to eat the same boring foods over and over and over again. I get it and I hear you. But when you're tracking your calories, it's so much easier to eat the same type of food or the same meal. That way you don't have to log a completely new food or a completely new meal over and over and over again, because that gets really taxing on our mindset. So like when I think back to the really fit girls or the girls that used to put chicken and broccoli and rice in like 6 different containers and they would eat the same thing all week long. Is it boring? Yes, but they did 2 things. One, they taught themselves portions, which is really important because a lot of the time we don't know the proper portion and then we overeat not realizing it, or we undereat not realizing it. So that really teaches you portions. And 2, it taught them how to build a meal, and they learned how to keep track of, well, if I eat this much protein and this much veg and this much carb, that's what I'm putting into my body. This is how my body feels. And then they don't have to log it every single day because they're eating the same thing every day, right? Which kind of takes that mental load of just one more thing off of our mental load, because as mamas and as women just in general, we have a lot on our mental load at all times. So just try to make it as simple as possible for you. That's why when I'm working on weight loss and when I'm working on just like maintaining my healthy lifestyle, I try to pick 10 go-to dinner recipes that I can pick from, that I know that I love. I know that they've got vegetables and high protein, and they're just all around like a good choice for me. It's just kind of been an uphill battle this last couple years because my hormones have been really off. And I just discovered, I got some test results back yesterday that shows that my testosterone levels are like so low. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But another piece of the puzzle. So especially as women going through perimenopause and menopause and just through all the stages of life, we gotta just look at the whole picture and not just slash our calories and increase a ton of cardio, right? Like, I really wanna do this in a sustainable way, in a way that feels good long term, and not just get that quick, immediate weight loss and then have the weight come back, because nobody got time for that. We don't got time for that anymore. So anyway, if this is content that you guys like to see, stay tuned. We're going to do a whole what I eat in a day. We're going to track. I'm going to show you guys the calories, the macros, all the breakdowns. And then at the end of this video, we're going to talk about what I learned, what I found challenging, and then what surprised me. Like if anything's like, you know, where calories came in or high fats came in or whatever, because I'm going to track everything, and then I'll have like a bunch of things to chat with you guys about. So we're going to talk about all of that at the end. So stay to the end if that's something that you guys are interested in. And if this is content that you guys like to see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into this what I eat in a day. Okay, so this is something I've been doing every morning that's honestly been just as important as what I'm eating. Part of my journey with my doctor is increasing my calories to support my metabolism and lower my cortisol, but I also need to help my nervous system to feel safe enough to actually let go of the weight. So I do this quick meditation and EFT tapping practice every single morning. And let me tell you, it has become just as important as what I'm eating. Next up is taking my creatine and electrolytes. I started taking creatine a couple months ago, and honestly, the difference in my cognitive function has been incredible. My brain fog is so much better. I mix it with Noon electrolytes because I've tried so many different electrolyte brands, and this is the only one that I actually enjoy drinking. And then my morning supplements, because I don't mess with those. Nothing fancy, just the basics before I gotta get Liv to school. An official good morning, you guys. I just got back from dropping Liv off at school. As you guys saw earlier, I had my overnight oats and my creatine and my new favorite electrolytes. They may not be the best ones, but they are the only ones that I can actually stomach, and I like the flavor of them. They're not too overbearing, and I can have an entire like tablet, which gets me more electrolytes. I was only doing like half of a sachet, so hold on, let me put Linus out. Okay, perfect. We're gonna do a full body workout today. It's one of our workouts from the 3-2-1 challenge that I'm putting together for you guys. It's coming so soon. I am like week 7 into it. However, I have had like a screaming headache for the last 3 days. And so normally I do like an upper body and abs day on a day like today, but again, I feel like a lot of arms and upper body is going to trigger this headache. So I want to focus more on like a full body, not too heavy weights. That is something that I absolutely love about this program, is that you can make it what you need it to be so that you can be consistent in your workouts, instead of being like, wow, that workout is way too much. Like, I can't do that today. I'm just gonna skip it and I'll do something else another day. For me, it's more about consistency. Even if I'm not pushing my heaviest, even if I'm not pushing my hardest, I'm still showing up for myself, which keeps me more consistent long term, which means that my results will happen. So we're doing that. Hopefully this headache starts to go away fingers crossed. And then later today, I'm going on a run with my friend because it's Friday and we run on Fridays. I'm finishing my coffee. I want to meal prep some squash and some sweet potatoes because I'm really low on carbs in the Chronometer app. So I need to boost my carbs today and kind of lower fat. So whereas I would normally make my sweet potatoes with a little bit of coconut oil because it makes them taste like candy and it's so delicious, I looked up a little recipe and it's like you can toss them with some bone broth and cinnamon and salt, and I don't know, we're gonna play around with that to try to like cut down on the coconut oil because it's all a learning game, right? When you're trying to do something new and different, it's gonna feel weird and uncomfortable and you're gonna have to try new things. And so for me, I'm just giving myself a lot of grace knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect on day one. Like I'm just doing my best. I'm gonna track the best I can. But seeing that I have a lot of high fats in my day, I'm trying to like, well, okay, maybe I can, instead of putting my picadillo, which I'm supposed to have for lunch, instead of putting that on my tortillas, I'm gonna put that over a bed of roasted sweet potatoes and butternut squash. So just adding those extra whole foods carbs. So we're gonna give that a shot, and then I'll input that and I'll let you guys know all of the things as we get there. So I'm gonna finish my coffee. We're going to put some stuff in the oven so that it can be roasting while I get my workout. I think we're gonna do it outside because it's starting to warm up. It's been so beautiful. And then we're gonna go for a run later. Today I'm gonna try to hit 2,100 calories since I'm doing a double workout. And I'm kind of struggling with that. So far, like the highest I've been able to get up to is 1,800 calories, and I have all the food that I'm supposed to eat for the day in. And my fats are like way off the chart and my carbs are super low. So I don't know. I'll let you know. We're gonna do the full check-in at the end. I just wanted to do a quick hello, let's do some meal prep and let's get in a workout. Banana pancake, 2 full eggs, 1 egg white, 1 smashed banana. Now normally my go-to is just like a tablespoon of peanut butter melted on there, and it's heaven on earth. I love it so much. But we'll come back to you in a minute. But I'm being conscious of my healthy fats because after logging, we've already discussed this, whatever. So I picked up some strawberries yesterday, so I'm gonna wash up like maybe just 1 because they're huge. I'm gonna eat it outside in the sunshine, and then I'm gonna get dressed. We're gonna do a quick workout. So let's go.
There's something about your face, can't stop looking your way. What do you do to me? You make it hard to breathe. Ooh. I'm tired of the people that talk about nothing, and I'm not wasting this moment. Even though I know that letting you go would be crazy. Think you know I want you for myself, I don't need anybody else. Wanna leave this place. Meet me in the dark where we can both hide. No one's gonna steal our time again. We don't have to say much, let our lips touch. I will stay with you until the end. Meet me in the dark.
The dogs think they're going somewhere. They are not. Okay. I swapped out my lunch. Instead of having Cuban picadillo, I just made a smoothie because I wasn't like super hungry after having that banana pancake, but I need to get something in me. And this has protein, greens, fiber. I don't really love doing 2 meals that are protein powder based, but let me know if you guys try this workout. I really loved it. It's so beautiful outside. It's almost 70 degrees outside. I'm only wearing a sweatshirt because it's still chilly in my house, but I'm excited. I'm wearing my Honor Active Unified shorts because they have pockets in them, and I'm just gonna put my phone in my pocket. Wearing my Brooks running shoes, and I'm just wearing an Honor shirt under here. We're gonna go running. I also tried the sweet potatoes. They're okay. Let's go. Hey guys, okay, so I just finished teaching yoga. Oh, I just realized I still have this. Liv and I are making her Valentine's, so she gave me a sticker and I haven't taken it off yet. But I just finished teaching yoga and I'm on my way to volunteer at Liv's school. But I had just a couple minutes and I wanted to sit down and do a final check-in for this What I Eat in a Day video because I learned a lot of things. Well, I actually learned one thing like very specifically, and that is that just as somebody who focuses on a paleo-based whole foods diet, I noticed that I eat more healthy fats than I do carbs, and I need to eat more vegetables, which we kind of talked about earlier, but I genuinely I need to incorporate more vegetables. And I had SIBO gut issues back in 2020 and 2021, and so I have taken a bunch of vegetables that I used to eat all the time, like asparagus and broccoli and cauliflower and, just like a lot of different cruciferous vegetables out of my diet, and I'm slowly starting to incorporate them back into my diet, and I think that will really help boost my carb intake. Like I'll be able to bulk up my meals with more vegetables. Protein is the main focus of every meal, but I noticed like on the day that I tracked and the day that I filmed for you guys, everybody wanted a pumpkin chicken curry that I make, and that day we just happened to use like a little over a pound of chicken, and with all of those vegetables I felt like I didn't eat enough protein in that meal. So there was just like some eye-opening things. I didn't quite hit my protein. I went way over my healthy fats, but I didn't eat as many carbs. And so I know that there's like a balance and a dance. Like some days you're going to eat more healthy fats and some days you're going to eat more carbs, and that's totally fine. So I'm not beating myself up over that. I'm just trying to think about how can I, one, prepare my food differently that I'm not including as many healthy fats, and two, how can I incorporate more carbs into my daily life that are not simple carbs, right? Because vegetables and fruits are carbs. And so yeah, I think it's all a learning curve. I did a big run on Friday, and then as you guys saw, I did a workout that day and I did a run, and I just ate and tracked. And for me personally, I think in the future, I think what would be most beneficial is to plan my meals and my snacks for the week and then go grocery shopping. That way I know that I'm hitting all of my protein, fat, fiber, carbs, all of the things. However, I'm just not the kind of person who's going to be tracking my calories long term. I don't enjoy it. It really stresses me out. It really puts me in a lack mindset. And so I just want to have an awareness of where my calories are coming from. And I think for me personally, what I want to do moving forward is not only center protein, but really center more vegetables into my diet. For instance, how can I add vegetables to my breakfast? How can I add vegetables to my lunch? How can I add vegetables into my snacks? Like how can I add more variety of vegetables? And maybe I need to start making some bigger salad bowls and, including more squash into my diet. Squash is really low cal and good fiber, and it's a carb. So I feel like that's a good thing to like kind of bulk up my meals a little bit. It's just like a different dance. And also maybe not cook so much with coconut oil all the time and just play with new ways of preparing my meals, because I do cook with coconut oil. And anyway, just like playing around with it and not like making myself right or wrong for doing one thing or not doing another. Just trying to find a way that feels good and sustainable for me to eat in a healthy way, in a way that supports my body. I don't feel deprived. I think eating smaller meals will be really good. I have not been. I don't know. It's hard for me to eat 5 small meals. So that's just my hot take. Also, I just wanted to point out, like you guys saw, I didn't end up eating 5 small meals because I just wasn't hungry. Like, I ate my banana pancake and then I did my workout and then I made a smoothie and then I had to go and I ate like half of my smoothie before my run and then I ate the rest of my smoothie when I was done, and then I got home and I made dinner. So I feel like I spread my food out. I don't know, that day was like, I had the best of intentions for that day of tracking, but that was just an honest, raw and real day. It was also, I was just really struggling that day. I think my body was so tired by the end of last week, and it was just an accumulation of all the things. So in any case, that's it for today's video. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If it was, it would mean the world to me if you would give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, because it really supports my channel. Share it with a friend who is going through perimenopause, who's going through hormonal weight gain, or is on a weight loss journey, so that we can do it together. We're a community doing this together. I'm just going to be sharing with you guys what's working for me, what's not working for me, healthy recipes. We've got a really delicious healthy recipe and like a mindset shift that really helped me with my sustainable healthy lifestyle. So come back next week. It's going to be a good video, and I really appreciate you being here. I will see you in next Thursday's video. I love you so much. Bye.